So what happens? I'm just kind of sitting here. Kind of like we saw the movie, watched this the Batman Ninja movie. It's a movie from 2018, and it's a movie that talks about like and God and over Arkham Asylum. They have some kind of like a special like machine, and what happens in the machine, a special scientific machine, and what happens is that the machine gets taken to ancient Japan, right? So incidentally, Batman, I don't know how to sum it up, but the kids have gone ballistic. They're just like they're so upset. They're like, Dad, why'd you pick such garbage, right? And so usually I'm the one who picks the good movies for us to watch, right? So a couple weeks ago we watched Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I absolutely love that. If you get a chance to watch, that's pretty cool. But for the most part, though, this one here with to kind of spoil it for you, the whole movie how it goes. It starts off where Batman has it's kind of in a situation where as he's going through, Batman and his whole team are there, including Alfred and the Batmobile and Catwoman and all the Robins are there. They're missing Batgirl this time. Last time they were missing in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman. They were missing Nightwing, but this time and they had Batgirl, but this time they're missing Batgirl and they have Nightwing. So it works out, I guess. Everybody kind of balances. But for the most part, though, what happens is that by the time Batman gets there and he realizes where it's in, he's like 2 years later than everybody else. I guess he's the last one to get there, so everybody else was there already for 2 years because this time machine time dilation thing, like they did in Star Trek, right? The first Star Trek movie, where when what's his name, Nero's ship goes in, and then the other ship goes in with Spock's ship, and then Spock's ship arrives 25 years later, and Nero's ship arrives like before Kirk is born, so all that. So anyway, so that's kind of the situation that happens. So they arrive. Batman arrives 2 years later after everything, and they're coming to hunt him down. Long story short, I mean, I could make this really long, but what I'm trying to do is trying to get to the point of it all. I'll give you my point of view on the whole thing. I didn't really like it so much. I mean, I liked it. I liked the animation of it when it first started because it was like kind of like cool. My nephew, he's all into that, and so he pretty much he asked me to make like a Batman masking tape samurai for him at one point, and I haven't gotten around to do that, but I will. But what happens like watching this movie, I just point of view from it, it's like it starts off really good. You have a thing where Joker's a little over the top, and then he continues on to be over the top, and Harley is there. And I don't know anybody likes Harley. I'm telling you, Harley is not a good character for anything. I mean, she's not good at all. And also Catwoman. I don't know why Batman likes Catwoman. That doesn't make any sense to you because she betrayed him. Harley and Joker almost kill Batman. They pretty much disarm him of all his Batmobile. They disarm him of his Batwing. They disarm him of his weaponry and stuff like that. He had no weapons whatsoever. And so going through this whole thing, watching the movie, Batman gets stripped of all his powers. Eventually, there's like the Bat Clan that comes and helps him and saves him from being like killed by the Joker, because Joker finally gets the upper hand, and he has a situation where there's a big robot thing. They have those mech systems and everything like that, big giant mechs, right? So like when it begins, you have it where, hey, how you doing? So what happens like when it begins, you have a situation where it's like Batman, he is trying to stop the Joker on his own before, and then he doesn't know about what's going on. Catwoman explains to him the situation there. Yeah, and then I mean this movie was crazy. Okay, if you ever had a chance to watch this movie, that movie was a crazy movie. That was like the Batman versus the Ninja Turtle one was way better than this Ninja one, right? The Ninja one was cool looking, but it got so campy, it got so crazy camp. We the kids and I we went to looking at the reviews, right? The reviews later and reading all the comments later in the back, and the comments were talking about like like you have to be like on drugs to like this movie or something. You have to be like on high or on pretty much some kind of LCD like it because as you go through the movie, there's a thing where at first it's kind of like it makes a little bit of sense, but they have these giant robot cities, like almost like Mortal Engines kind of a thing. Y'all see a movie Mortal Engines, right? So Mortal Engines they have these giant cities that are devouring other cities, right? So these mech cities, and you're thinking in 2 years they build these mech cities. Oh my goodness, right? So Batman gets there, they're destroying his car. They pretty much leave him for dead. He's almost broken up. The clan takes him and they try and rebuild him, right? So he's all messed up. Then after that, he says no weaponry left. Then after that, you have another thing where they go to attack, and it's like the Joker, Gorilla Grodd, right? And Batman team up to go fight the Joker and this little talking monkey chibi looking thing, right? And so the kids are like, "What in the world?" So they were like, "What is this?" Right? So they're pretty much the monkeys, like the little monkeys, all cute and Oh goodness, I'm just gonna go through it. So Gorilla God betrays them. They go back there to get attacked. They pretty much almost kill Joker. Red Hood's gonna kill Joker, and then Batman says, "No, don't kill him. He's not him," because it seemed like Batman, Joker lost his mind. So eventually, it's like, "Oh, don't kill him," but then they realize it. Didn't realize then. But Joker, as they walking away, he's like, "Hey, hey, hey," start laughing and realize that he got his mind back, right? Um, no, not in this one. Not in this one. And the other one, it's like in the other movie. Okay, it's like a hit, double tap. Okay, so what happens? Like what happens? Like not in this one, but in this one, you have this scenario where, Gorilla God he totally gets Batman like almost killed. He almost gets like Joker killed, and then so happens they have a super mech battle thing, right? And the super mech battle thing happens where all the cities come together like Mortal Engines, right? I keep looking up at Mortal Engines because we have Mortal Engines on the shelf, right? My wife and I we absolutely love Mortal Engines, okay, because it's Gorilla Grodd. There's a type of he's a what do you call it, type of character. He's one of the super villain monkeys, I guess, right? He's like a smart gorilla. And long story short, what happens? I keep saying long story short, but what I want to say is that when you have this thing, it's like it gets so campy, right? They're gonna win, and then eventually they come in and flying in on like on wings to come and attack this giant mech city, and he's able to stop all the flying little people on the hang gliders, but he doesn't see a big old like airplane thing flying over with what's his name, with Joker and Harley dropping like chemical bombs on them. Right? He gets in there. Joker takes over again, and then they're just so silly and ridiculous, and you're just thinking to yourself, "Oh my goodness." They need to just accidentally kill Joker. They just need to accidentally just kill Joker and be done with it. Because I mean, like watching this thing, and then so they don't. And Batman fights him, and I mean, they really fight, getting all bloody and stuff like that. And it's like it's not really one of those things where you think he's gonna get him, and somebody throws a knife and it stabs Batman in the heart, and you think, oh, Batman's gonna die. And then nope, it doesn't happen because Batman did some kind of ninja magic or whatever, and then he's fighting with Joker, and Joker he drops Joker off the side of the thing, and you think Joker's gonna die, but no, Batman goes throws the thing down and catches Joker by the foot, and he's hanging by his foot. So at the end of it all, they go back in time and they went back to the present and put him in Arkham because that's what they're gonna put him again. All these things again. So we're like, the kids and I are just sitting there going ballistic, right? The kids are just going like Dad, what in the world, right? So I'm like, I'm so sorry, kids. And they're like, but Dad, you picked this movie. I was like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this, right? So it's not my fault, but it was like the whole thing was like, what happens is this, right? You have Batman fallen in love with the whole Selena Kyle thing. That doesn't make any sense because she double crossed him in that movie. She left him for dead twice in that movie. Okay. Um, the second, Harley is not good for anybody. Role model, anything. Just extra out. Just I don't care. I don't care who plays her in whatever new movie. Just whatever. Just no. She was a good character in the animated series, but when she started moving on from there, becoming like this old things here, she's just annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. She's just oh my goodness. Anyways, but she was really good in the Batman, the versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman. She became the creature that she should really have been. But I think actually Joker should have been that creature. If you get a chance to watch the Ninja Turtle movie, Batman versus Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, definitely if you get a chance to do that, that'd be great. But for the most part though, for me, I don't think I'd ever watch this movie again. I don't even want to make animated sculpture, a masking tape sculpture of the Batman for my nephew for that. I don't think I'm gonna skip on that one because it's like it's kind of like I can do it, but I'm not gonna. But I might just do a mech or something like that, like we were talking about, like a Gundam. But because this is like all of a sudden they had Gundam robot transforming. No, and so what happens is like, um, what happens is they have the with the tape thing. What I want to do is like pretty much. I think I'm not gonna do that because it's like it didn't make sense. Just because he had new gear, he didn't really change much. I mean, his arc. I mean, I thought when I first heard about this movie, right? Somebody said to me that it was gonna be one of those things where like Batman had to fight without his weaponry and without his equipment, but he still had his equipment. He still had his weaponry. He still had his wasn't like a one-on-one fight, kind of like Predator. You know how Predator, where he had to fight against the Predator in the woods, where Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't use the weaponry, he had to like make part of the land and fight like that. they alluded to that, but when you start having mech cities fight each other, I'm saying to myself, what's the deal with the whole mech city thing? I mean, that's cool and stuff. I mean, I like a good mech battle. I like a good mech situation there. But for the most part, though, when you have a situation where it's like a mech situation where and you have these guys don't have weapons, and then even if Batman had a mech suit, it's like there's an aspect and there's a movie Teen Titans Go, right? Teen Titans Go, the movie. The other part where they're Batman is chasing them, and he has the Batmobile, and they blow up the Batmobile, and after that he's like in a riding his motorcycle, and they blow it up, and after that he's skating, right? And after that he's running, and it's like, and after that it hit him again with a bomb, and it's like he's running. Alfred is carrying him. It's like there's no stopping the Batman. They had that kind of situation there where first he's like he has his car turns into a plane, and first a tank sub plane turns into like a motorcycle. The motorcycle then turns into a mech suit. I was just like, dude, how many things can he squeeze into like little servos on a computer thing? I mean, I'd be able to take gunfire, and it's like, what kind of transformation? I was like, whatever, man. I'm just whatever. At first, I was like, okay, well, it's gonna get better. It has to get better. It has to get better to this because it just can't be like it's a campy movie. It wasn't like the 1960s campy Batman. It was kind of like a campy like I don't know what it was. It was just like they lay on the cheese, man. Just the cheese, extra cheese. So that's what happened. I was like, okay, enough of this. I'm just done. So my review of it out of a movie out of 10 being the best and 5 being the worst. I animation was good. It seemed pretty good. It seemed pretty all right. But I don't know. I mean, I'd give it a 6. I mean, compared to the Ninja Turtle movie, Ninja Turtle was like a 9. I mean, that was pretty good. Compared to like some of the best ones. What's the best one the best one I seen? I think was Red Hood, Batman and the Red Hood, and also the Batman one with the Batman versus Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights are pretty cool, but the one I liked the best was like Under the Red Hood. I've seen Under the Red Hood like so many times because the fight sequences is tremendous, and that's a situation where Batman is fighting barehanded. He has no weapons, and he's fighting Red Hood. And again, Joker gets away in the end because Joker has to be there in order for the continuation of the series to go on ad infinitum. And so maybe I'm at the point where I've had the threshold where I'm just tired of the whole Batman Joker dynamic. And then maybe like the whole thing. I was watching like a Batman vs Superman yesterday because I'm pretty much when I was sick, I was kind of just sitting around watching different movies and stuff, right? So I watched Batman vs Superman, and I looked at that and I see that there was no Joker in that movie, right? But then they had later had the Leto, I forget his name, but Leto Batman later in there, and that was for when he did the Suicide Squad stuff, the first Suicide Squad before they did the second Suicide Squad. And so anyway, long story short, they had that guy, and then they had him again in the end of the Justice League movie, So I guess he was the Joker in that one. But then there's a part in the Batman versus Superman movie where it's like there's a suit. He's holding there's a suit, and one of the Batman's, the Robins have been like hurt, So anyway, long story short, my take on the whole movie. If you get a chance to watch a movie, someone said don't pirate it. It's that bad. And you watch it with the open mind. So far enough for your brain to fall out because like that's kind of it's crazy. It's campy, it's cheesy, and it's like I give it a 6. Did they give it a higher score now? What was the score I gave before? I forget. Was it 5 or 6? I give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. Give it a 6 out of 10. It's not completely failing. You pass with a C minus. That's my view. Anyway, that's all I want to say. I want to thank you so much for watching my review real quick. That was kind of like one of the things I just had to share that. We just finished watching this movie. Kids are all mad at me. I had to make it up with another movie, and so because sometimes that's what we do. Not to mention, don't forget, I've signed up for my my classes next week. And next week I have a class that we're doing like live sculpting with people. And so we'll have that here. So pretty much, please join my class. I'm going to put information in the bios. If you're not there, look at my link tree. You can find out more stuff. Also, my Patreon. Please join my Patreon. You can learn more stuff, how to sculpt with masking tape. You can make things like the Batman as well as different characters of your favorite characters and stuff as well. So I want to thank you. Thank you for, being able to be here. And I really appreciate you guys. So thank you again. And all right, I have another video for you tomorrow and pretty much live something for you. So I just want to say thank you again for watching. And please like and subscribe to my channel and follow me for more. All right, God bless you. Have a good night. All right, bye and peace.